In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how to make black salt. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on another video like this one. Okay, so I uploaded a video where I talked about how to use black salt, and in the comment section I noticed that everybody was asking me, but how do you make black salt? What do you put in black salt? How do you get it to be dark? So, okay, I was like, should I make a video on this? Because there's so many different ways to make black salt, and it's like different cultures and different witches, different practitioners. Everybody has their own recipe. And here's, I think, what is the most beautiful thing. When you make black salt, if you work with a specific deity, and I feel like they teach you how to make it. They teach you how to make it. I don't know how to explain that. I don't know, like, if you're a spiritual person and if you know, you know, they just teach you. So I feel like that's why there's so many different kinds of black salt recipes out there, because when somebody connects to spirit and spirit teaches them a recipe, that's how they get it. So I feel like it's not that whose black salt is better, whose black salt is more powerful, which recipe should I do? It's you. Everyone is different. So for you specifically, what do you need protection for? Black salt is basically purely for protection. So when you're sitting down to make your black salt, the first thing you want to do is ask yourself, okay, what do I want protection from? Evil eye, right? Jealous eyes, gossip, negative people, toxic beliefs, stupid things that we have learned in our childhood, things that we remember from negative experiences, right? We want protection from all of that. We want cleansing of all of that, right? That's what I made my black salt for. Now, there could be another person that has a whole different situation, which could be like you have some really bad neighbors, right? You have neighbors that like don't take care of their lawn. Maybe they are just doing things in their house that they shouldn't be doing. I don't know, whatever the case may be. Then you have black salt to throw. Then you have black salt for a different purpose. Then you have black salt to get rid of something negative, to get rid of, right? Now, there's two kinds of black salt as well. I want to talk to you guys about that. There is culinary black salt that you can eat. And then there's ritual black salt, which is what we're talking about today. This is ritual black salt. This is not edible, because the intentions that go into it and the herbs that go into it and the work that goes into it, you wouldn't want to be consuming this. So this is black salt that is used spiritually for spells, rituals, protections, cleansings, banishing. Now, if you want to make black salt for, maybe if you want to get rid of something within yourself, right? Then you want to make a black salt that has also loving herbs in it. You know, you want to get rid of something, but you also, as soon as that is rid, right, as soon as it goes, you also want to have the energy of what's going to replace it. So for me, I would put rose petals in my black salt. Now, how do you get the black color in your black salt? So, okay, there's a few ways you can do that. The first way is to use ash. For me, the ash that I use is the Kali rituals, offerings, prayers that I do for her, that I work with her, that I perform for her. The ash from those goes into my black salt. The ash of the bay leaves that I have burned, where it manifested, the ash of that is in my black salt. So you make your black salt your own, because everybody's different, you guys. So what are you looking for? Is your black salt for your mind? Then you want to have herbs in there like lavender, clove, I'm looking over here because I have all my herbs right here and I can tell you. Nettle. Nettle is something. Okay, let me start with telling you the basics of what. Okay. I don't even know where to start this video because there's so many variations of black salt. But let me tell you guys first all the herbs that you could put in black salt. Okay? I'm going to go through my whole little shelf. Okay. Lemongrass. Everything you put into black salt, you have to burn it. And when you burn it, either you burn it as an offering or you burn it with an intention. You burn it as ritual, with invocation, with affirmation, chanting. Don't just burn it. You have to burn it with purpose. So remember, everything in your black salt has to be burnt, except the salt. Except the salt. Lemongrass, cleansing, refreshing the energy, removing negative energy. Cloves, exorcism, getting rid of negative energy. There's a lot of negative energy that cannot stay in the presence of clove. We also have Palo Santo. You can burn Palo Santo, use the ash. Patchouli. Patchouli is especially good for love. If you are in a relationship or you live with your family and there's a lot of like arguments and quarrels and things like that, use patchouli in your black salt and sprinkle it around your house. It will invoke harmony, and whatever is disrupting the harmony and the love in the home, patchouli will get down to it. We also have rosemary. Rosemary is, if you're a feminine energy, if your dominant energy is feminine or you associate more with feminine energy, everybody has feminine energy in them. So this could be even if you don't connect with your feminine energy. Rosemary. Rosemary is good for anything mental. It's good for focus, for concentration, visualization, mind, and it's also good for protecting the feminine energy of the home. And it's also protective. Gets rid of negative energy. The next thing we have is hyssop. In my experience, hyssop is a little bit stronger than sage, for me at least. So in my black salt, I do have burnt hyssop because I do offer it up and then I use the ash of it. Hyssop purifies. It purifies the energy. It just purifies. And you can feel that purification. And that's something that I love about hyssop, is that it doesn't just get rid of the negative energy. It just kind of just cleans it all out. It reminds me of a lemon. That you have the scent, but you also have the cleaning properties, but you also have that flavor. It's like hyssop doesn't just give you one thing. It gives you the protection, it gives you the cleansing, but also gives you so much more. That's the only way I can describe hyssop. We also have spearmint or peppermint, any kind of mint, because it opens the way. It opens the roads. It gives you the keys. In my experience, peppermint, that's what it's done for me. So the next thing you could use, cinnamon. You could burn cinnamon sticks, cinnamon powder. Just be careful, okay? You could put that in your black salt. Another thing you could put in there is star anise. Burn the star anise, or you could throw it in whole. Or you could get ground star anise. Ground star anise actually will help the color of your black salt become darker. So if you want to get ground. You also want to get cumin. Cumin is something that I think is very important in a lot of black salt. If you're doing black salt for banishing, don't use cumin. But if you're using, and we'll get into how to make the banishing after all this. Cumin is loyalty, trust, faithfulness, honesty, and binding those things to yourself. If you understand what I'm saying. I don't like to say too much here on YouTube. If you want to, I want to get more into this, maybe over on Patreon. You guys let me know if you guys want to know more deeper things from me than just what I could say here. Those are the herbs that I have and off the top of my head that I could tell you about. Another thing that I can tell you is People get that dark color by using charcoal as well. You can get a piece of charcoal and kind of just what you do is you kind of just spin it around the salt, and just it kind of dissolves and breaks apart into the salt, and it gives you that dark black color. You can also use ash of everything you burned and offered. You can also use burnt herbs, which I find a specific energy when you burn an herb, but you have to put your purpose and intention into it before you put it into your black salt. Another thing I want to mention to you guys, I have my oils here. So these are my oils from my shop, but if you have your own, I do want to tell you that whatever your black salt is for, whatever the purpose and the intention is for what you're making it for, you could drop a few drops of your intention oil in there. Now, you don't want to drop a lot because it's going to make it sticky and it's not really fun to work with. Just a few drops and that's it. It just boosts your black salt so much. In my personal black salt, I have all these oils in there. So if you guys are interested, you can head over to my shop. But if not, you can make your own at home. And that's why this video is out here for you guys. First thing I want to say is if you're making black salt to get rid of blocks in your relationship, negative energy and evil eye, jealous eyes, whatever the heck, right, in your relationship, reconciliation communication oil. I have a new packaging for this. This is my old packaging, but reconciliation oil. You put that into your black salt and you change the whole dynamic of the whole intention of what you need the protection for. Okay? The next thing I have here is my Shiva oil. Shiva oil in the black salt is for everything that has to do with your mind. Everything that has to do with your mind. All the blocks, the clutter, the BS, the beliefs, the programming, whatever in your mind that is toxic or it's a block or low vibration, that's what I use this oil for. You can also just use what you have. If you have your own oil that you made, or if you bought somebody from another spiritual worker, if it matches your intention, use the oil. I also have my Hansa protection oil. Now this, of course, it's gonna be in my black salt. So yeah, that, and then I also have my Kali oil, of course. My black salt is actually worked heavily with Kali energy. Her offerings are in the black salt, so these are some of the oils that I would use, because I know a lot of you guys have my oils, so I like to kind of mix them into the video so you know what to use them for. There's so many uses for them, you guys. I can't just do one video because I'm always learning about new ways to use them. Spirit is teaching me, and I learn from you guys. You guys find new ways to use them. I see your manifestations, I hear about them, and so I keep wanting to share it. Now, what I would also say, if you want to banish someone, if you want to get rid of someone, right, then you would use herbs like cayenne pepper, chili, black pepper, hot foot powder, things like that in your black salt. You could also use things like cloves. You can use cloves in there, but you want to make sure you awaken your intention into the clove. So if you're banishing something, you tell the clove, put the clove in your hand, tell it what you're about to burn it for, what you're about to sacrifice the clove for, and burn it then. So you're burning this clove to banish something that doesn't make you feel good. Maybe a neighbor that is picking on you, bullying, or maybe that neighbor that's not doing good things, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you want to charge your ingredient and then burn it. The best thing I would do is work with the deity. I just feel like, I don't know, in my experience, if you work with your spirit guide or your deity and you burn it for them and you offer it to them, it's insane. So banishing black salt would have spicy and repelling kind of herbs in it, like black pepper, chilies, and stuff like that. If you really want to get into somebody that really, really did you wrong, somebody that really, really hurt you, somebody that just, your black salt is for that purpose, then you would use poppy seeds. Okay, now when it comes to the salt that you use, for me, honestly, I've gotten results from sea salt, from regular just culinary salt. So in my experience, I would say you could use any salt you want, any salt you have on hand, any salt you can afford, any salt you want, really. For a purification, protective, and cleansing, I would go more with sea salt, Himalayan salt, volcanic salt, stuff like that. Also, if you guys eat eggs, don't throw away your eggshells. Keep them in like a bowl or something, put them out in the sun, let it dry, crush them up, and put it in your black salt. Eggshells, I'm telling you, is probably one of the best ingredients you could put in your black salt. Okay guys, so I hope that I covered everything. If there's any other questions you guys have about black salt or how to make it, then leave me a question down below. I'll try to get to all the comments as best I can. And follow me on Patreon because I feel like I can connect with you guys a little bit better over on Patreon. Like if you guys have specific questions for me over there, I can make more videos there where I can say specific words and I can like say, you know, just speak and tell you guys like raw about certain things. So if you guys are interested, like message me, head over to Patreon, I don't know, talk to me, let me know what you guys want, let me know what you're interested in, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon.